My name is Gabriel Tauro. Some may know me as the friendly neighborhood narrator. Others may know me as I don't know, what do you know me as? Don't answer that question. So today we're going to talk to you about presidential character. Something I've realized it's probably really awkward to be listening to a black screen. Here, let me put a picture of William Henry Harrison. Nice. Nice. So basically, when everyone votes for the presidency, they vote for who they think fits best. Some people may vote simply based on someone's breathtaking charisma or their amazing personality and style, and sometimes they may vote solely based on whether that person has a better mustache. Nonetheless, it all comes down to whether or not President X can outshine President Y. Some people may just turn back to their past leanings and think, oh, okay, they've won in the past, and he's been doing some good stuff, so I'm gonna vote for him. Well, I will clear up some of this confusion and help you vote for the best president based on a few criteria. When voting for the president, one must see the president as a person, not some robot or some communist trying to take over the world, but as a person, by his viewpoint, by his style, and his character. Remember, the president is the emotional centerpiece of American society. Whatever we're feeling usually is magnified by the president. The first political figure children recognize, after all, is the president. It's almost as though he nurtures and cares for us, and he makes moves in crises and fixes things up. He's like our father, except not. Yeah, no, he's not our father, but he's still very important. He makes sense of politics for us. Oftentimes, it's the president's duty to make us understand what is happening in the world. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens sometimes. And, of course, remember, his responsibilities reach past the White House. He is very important. Like, everyone knows him. Even people from China know him. Chinese people are the best. Remember, the president rules from a bully pulpit. Essentially, all of his constituents see him as a source of influence. Whenever he decides to move toward an issue, many times people will jump on that issue if they really trust him as a leader. You know what? Rather than just me talking to you about what a president is, let me show you what a president is by making one today. Hey you! Yeah, you. Do you want to be a president? Are you sure? Oh, well, too bad. We're gonna be a president anyway. Let's start the president making process. First off, in order for a president to be a true president, he must have a personality, one that shapes performance and is loved by the people. We judge this by realizing how active he is as a president and whether or not he gives a flying fadoodle about his political life. Take a look at Tater Tots over here, enjoying her personality and being absolutely beautiful at the same time. Stunning, precise, crisp, and absolutely justifiably awesome. Your constituency loves your new, bold take on the social issues. You go, Glen Coco. A president must be a full dynamic package, one not afraid to open the door to life itself. A president's style must ooze through his, well, technically it's a her, but rhetoric, personal relations, and homework. He must be able to speak to his constituents, develop a personal relationship with them, and of course, know what he's talking about. A president must be robust in the way he speaks. He must attain balance. Depending on the event, he may need to speak seriously, or he may even prefer to speak casually or informally to his constituents. And of course, he must always know how to speak intelligently. A president must be steadfast in his beliefs, his worldview. He must know where he stands and remain resolute in what he believes in. Furthermore, a president must orient himself toward the long haul. He must remain optimistic toward all the situations that may occur and keep this nation moving forward. A true president is able to adapt to the situation at hand and decide whether or not to open the door of power or keep it closed and slide beneath it. He is able to provide reassurance to his people, as well as a sense of progress and action. He shows that he is a legitimate defender of America. At any given time, a president must be able to deal with the shift in national feeling. The best way to truly predict a president's character, worldview, and style is to see how he constructed them in the first place. During childhood, a president is able to attain a variety of behaviors and actions as a result of his background and those who surround him. He sees how a variety of different people make the world meaningful. He shares in the concerns of others and attempts to make things better. All of these themes come together and provide the main thrust and a broad direction for the president's character to follow. Although they do not create a worldview or a style, they do help adopt new worldviews and styles and push them into the basic direction in which they lead their presidency. The 5 basic concepts brought up in this discussion, character, worldview, style, power situation, and climate of expectation, are basically summed up in 4 types of presidential character: active positive, active negative, passive positive, and passive negative. Coincidentally, all 4 types of presidential character can be linked to one of the first 4 presidents. An active positive president like Thomas Jefferson sees a direct relationship between the amount of activity he does and how much he enjoys it. He generally has high self-esteem, is relatively successful, is productive, and is flexible and adaptive. He often places an emphasis on rational mastery. An active negative president like John Adams generally uses intense effort for a relatively low emotional reward. For the most part, it seems almost as though he's compulsive, trying to make up for something or escape from anxiety. He is ambitious and aggressive, and oftentimes is very persistent. A passive positive president, like James Madison, is receptive, compliant, and directed by others. He often searches for affection and is agreeable and cooperative rather than personally assertive. He has low self-esteem, but is superficially optimistic. His hope dispels doubt and encourages others. A passive negative president, like George Washington, believes it to be his duty to be president. He may be well adapted to certain non-political roles, but for the most part he lacks the experience and flexibility to perform effectively as a political leader. He tends to withdraw, escape from conflict, and tends to be uncertain about his politics, emphasizing very vague principles. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. As you can see, I speak with my mind and not my mouth. To sum it all up, active positive presidents want most to achieve results, active negatives aim to get and keep power, passive positives are after love, and lastly, passive negatives emphasize their civic virtue. Although the office of the presidency will constantly change over the years as new issues develop and the boundaries of power are redefined, we must realize that presidential character will always remain a significant part of defining who the president truly is. Are you ready to be president now? Do you have the tools to succeed? Do you want to find out the results of the next election? The results are in! The new President of the United States of America is